Okay, waking up. A brutal affair, waking up. From dreams into a reality I love to denounce, denunciations. I like to call it shit show. And I wake up now. And I use my own example. A shit show, okay? So I don't have to lie, make up, get into dispute of how others feel, how other people's situation is, my own situation, as an example. No. So I'm not saying how somebody else thinks, feels, works, takes, no idea. Try to just figure out how I tick or how I want to tick or how I'm supposed to tick or how I'm supposed to run a business that lets me survive, a business that doesn't make me a homeless. And when you deal with real estate, I'm very sorry, that's kind of my business model. You're constantly, I am then constantly, you as in general, dealing with shit. It's called rent. And it's called work, and it's called profit, and it's called law, and it's called eviction, and it's called taxes, and it's called trying to make it, and it's called lending money, and it's called banking, and it's called dealing with the city, and it's called dealing with regulations, public help, assistance, dealing with larger entities and bodies, including the city of New York and the state of the state you are in. And if there's yet another administrative domain, you can say a continent, in this, my case here, New York City. And then the subcategory is Manhattan, and there you can go if you want. You can go to Harlem, okay? That's yet another subdivision of this damned fucking city that is supposedly so great that everybody tries to get a pie of it. A lot of people supposedly want to come here and do what I do, or some form of relationship to it. Photos, films, postcards, trips. And I'd say every damn fucking place in the world it has those qualities. Just some damn cities more, others less. I'd say that. And so I should not have been surprised that my assumptions about somebody, like to let the person into the house, were wrong and right at the same time. And so from now on, we go backwards in time. With rent, with money, with even I would say stereotypes. And assistance things. Because people want to bring me papers. Not sure I can have a right to sign them, those assistant papers. I don't think I can. Because that brings me to regrets. Regret this person, somebody else comes. Regret another person, somebody else comes. Regret the past, well, when one enters just into new, one enters into new problems, when in the presence, because the fucking house is full of people that are either not here anymore, those who paid, or are damned dead. And anyhow, I was just seeing a curtain, a huge curtain. And I pulled the curtain. I wanted to pull the curtain, clean my nose. Even my nose currently is fine. And then the curtain fell down. It's a recurring dream I have. I pull, I see a curtain, and I pull the curtain, and the curtain falls down, bangs all the attachment shit from the top onto my face, that was just what I was dreaming. Right now, dreaming, just saw it. And Money and Dreams, no? That little essay, that book, that awakening. Because it's damned disgusting, ekelhaft, damned hard to believe. When anyhow, it's hard to believe what goes on when all you do is just make it. Hard to believe. And how people think, how well one does. And even harder to believe, well, even harder to believe how relative things are. Also hard to believe how people even where things disappear, where things are just simply stolen. Because some years ago I bought something and then gone. Kind of 1600, I don't know. Would have been nice, but kind of doesn't matter. Because banks, yeah, well, and what else? Yeah, I mean, there's history too. I mean, talk about slavery from wherever that comes from, and when you look in detail, there's this understanding now in terms of slavery that, well, it was the market that drove that trade, that financed capitalism. But one tribe sold out the other tribe. One group sells out the other group. That means the degree of complicity in a trade with people is stunning how they do this. Why would one tribe or group rat out another one? Just like Europe, brutal. Has nothing to do with race in Europe, those wars. Not even with skin colors, by the way. Those European wars had to do with ideas and conceptions of nationality and languages and what's supposed to be French and what's supposed to be, well, let's call it better or revolutionary. If you think of Napoleon, who went around all Europe and fucked everybody up, raped everybody, stole everybody's shit, supposedly also to bring democracy. Or Napoleonism, like Trumpism or Bidenism, Kamala Harrisonism. Well, where are they now? I think they might still be in Europe. At least Biden went here, went there, and then it's true. He's doing those alliance confirmation where states like the Ukraine are really horrific dictatorships, and yet when it comes to defend what's called Europe, well, the NATO, an alliance of, so to say, a Western alliance against those regimes that are autocratic, well, then we could even accept when it comes to a problem. We could technically even defend the Ukraine. At least that's constantly happening. because in Soviet, post-Soviet Russia, nobody wanted to see the Ukraine again, Russian, no? And their bases in the Crimea, it's called in English, the Crimea conflict, and kind of hardcore, but still local wars. And then we kind of agreed on a buffer zone. I mean, the buffer zone can be small. There were moments the buffer zone was like Poland. I don't know why I'm not into this kind of weird historical rundown of European conflicts over the last maybe just like go to the French Revolution, and even there a lot of shit mattered, but politics is brutal and sweet for the winner till they become losers. And let me just come back to me, because I just leave today I would say it's a Tuesday in June, not even yet July, because we have still 2 hot months ahead of us, July and August. And that kind of makes me a bit sad. At least not. I don't want to fall asleep anymore, but at least not. Not anymore subject to, and I'm switching now also to now. At least now I'm not anymore completely directly subject to medical courts. Today I could go to the court and file a lawsuit. I could. And see what happens. And see whether I can win against people that call me all these names, and who increase the mental increase. Now all those cups on the desk need to go, because suddenly I was at the bar desk and I see those cups there and people working, and then I could say those cups need to go, because I was actually thinking cups, isn't that interesting? The police cups, the cups can go, and I see cups, wow, not bad. Yeah, suddenly at the bar, and then wondered also why I'm not at the bar drinking. Why didn't I go to that other dance party, maybe find another girlfriend? Well, many reasons, no? Because I have 2 people on board. Easier, but make sure that people I knew, or me in my case, and a new friend, we get along, a new girlfriend, that we get along. Yeah. Getting along, no? Even kids I have to pay for, and I do, but not getting any money. And she's doing her part, and I do my part. Totally separated, but she has the upper hand. keeps the children away from me. 15, 13 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, 30 an hour. If I did once a week a little bit of practice with that tennis player, well, I'd be suddenly good again. Because brings me back to tennis. And then I really wonder how I did that all. I wonder how I was able to do all this shit. I know how I did it. Rent and city and help and papers and banks, but currently an eviction. Suddenly I got evicted myself. My damn fucking model had to change, kind of, but for a moment it all came to a standstill. Since I just fix shit versus flipping things. The guy before me, he flipped shit. He made, I think, 400,000 he made on his shit. And I'm here already so many years and I don't flip it. Not only that, I fill up his people. And it's not good. It's not good. And one gentleman, one lady moved out, she paid, another gentleman promised to pay, paid a little bit, gave up, sends me again the same papers about the city helping, those emergency helps things, and people don't even have emergency, but I think he might have given up the job, or it doesn't look like he's working. He thinks he did, I think he had a plan. It looks kind of he had a plan. Not sure he's working. Maybe, but rather not. Because he gave up working. Now he needs really no money anymore. And he needs to default now. And then he thinks he can get it from the city. But for that he needs me to sign papers. And I don't sign these papers because, for a simple reason, he is kind of aggressive with me. From the beginning, he threw shit after me. Scary guy. Scary. Damn scary. Brings me to those plumber kids and going steady around, learn shit, playing with little machines when I fixed up shit here. Oh my God, how did I put money in there? In this fucked up place here. Which I love and I hate, I can't believe a house now I feel like it's worthless when filled with morons. Or half empty. Because I'm kind of where I was in the beginning now. Worse off. Because full with people who don't pay. Yeah. Disgusting. It's disgusting. Now one needs a huge company that can handle this shit. But people definitely, and just me. This house is a nightmare. Oh, I just opened a door. I mean, in my dream, of course, in my vision. A lock, kind of the lock I have here, this electronic lock. I wait a bit and we change the battery again. Which is also nightmarish, meaning summer here, last time I did in winter. I think I should do it twice a year. It's kind of what we try out. Holy crap. Time flies by. And yeah. Oh, I was just those tubes, those textiles, I just wanted to pick up. How absurd. By the way, my paintings even, I was wondering, I need a job, and what is my job? Currently I paint it. And people think they are posters, and that's funny, so in a way they are right, they're posters of ugly things, currently news paintings, actually, believe it or not. Tragedies when something really disgusting happens, I kind of make them kind of funky design. By the way, just design by design of others, but it's interfaces and shit, it's definitely related to the economics of communication with the internet, whenever international networks, no www and so on, the domain names and shit, and 30 minutes already, just simply talk. That's kind of my interface currently, trying to wake up into another fucking day of not having money. Then they call it mental state. It's another interface, the medical discourse, the historical discourse, the theological discourse, the economic discourse, obviously, the law and order, intermediaries. Let's call them intermediaries, no? They can be between conflicting parties, no? And then we have treaties, no? Like Verträge, like the Contrat, treaties, and those treaties are also damned. Damned. Those treaties are damned annoying to remember them all. Some treaties between nations are very famous. Other treaties, so many treaties, you have no idea. Contract between larger entities, state formations, administrative entities. If you think about Althusser, who wanted he wanted to write on the state and the nation state, her administrative apparatuses. Gosh, she hated them, but they're here to help people. And not only to grind them down. Talk about Kafka and administration. Talk about the third man and subtractions. I just was again at the countertop. Nearly fell asleep again. In fact, I was sleepy for a few seconds, and I just saw again bar scenes, and then recently met this other woman at a friend's restaurant downtown. Amazing studies, NYU, it just looks fabulous. And she has a life ahead of her. Contrastingly beautiful. When I say contrast, I mean comparatively speaking to the neighborhood and all the people who walk by, but that's why she gets to enjoy all these privileges, a little bit of extra money as a waitress, a great education, calls herself artist, is in New York City, lives in Brooklyn. Yeah. Anyhow, the morning and the coffees and catch up with more sleep would be nice. A campaign car in front of my house. No, I was just dreaming it. Mariel, voting possible. I could just go and do that for a change. Maybe I should vote. Yeah. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should vote, yeah. Because those elections also count. Ranked choice voting this time. I'm curious how to vote this time. Kind of know it. Definitely voting two candidates. It's kind of hard to imagine, how to believe. Wow, this kind of spoiled young man walked by me in my dream just now and going over to a friend. Kind of tall, also within a cocoon, a bubble of protective parental networks and friends. School is such a thing. How cool everybody is in a school. That's the very essence. Why? Oh, the guy asked me in the dream, fell asleep, why do you need to take that point now? The point. The pointillism, the point, Why? And I say, maybe that's the point. What's the point? Okay. Life, what's the point? I think making it is the point. making it, surviving. And do we have enough nerves to survive the stress? At what costs? When is the breaking point? You see, the police needed is somebody at the breaking point. Isn't that funny? Yeah, I saw just Kenny Goldsmith with his dog. He has no dog, but Kai has a dog, a nice dog, and he's on his breast, even so funny, like a baby, a dog, to take care of a dog. He loves it, it calms him down. It's very calm in these days. Model, similar. Loans, get them for, they forgive the loans, selling, having maybe somebody who sells it, trying to be open, going to a marketplace, trying to sell them again to those who have, and then you get some money, supposedly. Supposedly one concentrates. One needs to concentrate, otherwise you're gone. I close my eyes, I wake up, it's a wake-up dream, book of sorts, like you can definitely see how I tick when it comes to my production of dreams. And what I think is a dream, or what I think is a critique, or what I think is even like a book of dreams. Because technically this shit is not really real. It is real. Because otherwise you wouldn't see it. In fact, I post this shit today. One day, somebody can, not many people look at this shit, but one day, just take it and quote me. Copyright. Always just put it up and Because, think about it, copyright, okay? I just mentioned that. Definitely my life to a certain degree should be that I get quoted, that I get copyright, that people see something, take something, publish, write about it. Makes sense. Somehow I did that. Me also, but who really owes it, and then who really is able to quantify it, to monetize it. And I go to places that sell, they say 35 years gallery. 35 years a gallery, wow. Holy damn shit. I know that gallery, it's called Postmasters. Never showed me once, but Adam McCoy was, I think, the name mentioned by Wolfgang Stelle. Adam McCoy. Yeah, I should Google him one more time. Supposing we know Adam. Kind of vaguely remember him. I do, but he makes now a huge site. One of those sites which has auctions. Adam McCoy. Laugh out loud. If one day I would get some money from my production over so many years. Yeah, so damn funny. And I just saw the dean come in. I saw the dean come in, and then I saw, wait, I'm studying in Stuttgart now, and there are like graduation things going on. I sit there in the back towards the glass, and suddenly there people look at me, and I am a person who is respected there. After all, I should be respected, no? I'm an employee there. I get a salary. It's not really getting me very far, because you have costs, of living. There's not much money here, but some gave me credibility, still would give me credibility. Not necessarily they know what's going on, and they know what's going on. Like, look at all the shit here I made up here. Like, I made up. What's this toilet? She could just use this panel and go to the toilet at the back of that huge space. Actually, it's kind of very similar to the takeout. Anyway, I think I did what I just did. What I not do, I narrate those mental images that are rotating in this stage of talking and filming me talking, dreaming. I fall partially asleep, and there are definitely images of situations I just experienced recently when I was downtown. with people on the weekend, for example, situations, and they rotate up but interlinked, interwoven with other situations that are just popping up in my, on my screen, as if I am a cinematographic director, as if I'm an editing station, as if I am a biographer, as if I am my own biographer of my life, my situations, my conversations, my aspirations, my stress, my way of handling stress and dealing with it, my traumas, my problems, yes, and I'm in the middle of it. It's kind of what you see here. And you can relate, even though you don't have necessarily the visuals, and for that we have films, no? Not only do we have films, we do have films, an industry we have for that. Yeah. And those who write, who do the screen instructions, put those instructions into reality. Oh, scheiße. I love always when waiters come in, walk relatively fast through the establishment, I mean the restaurant, and always the stress in USA or even in Europe in certain places the same. When there are a lot of tourists around, they just want you out. They want you to come in, eat the cheapest thing that's good, meaning a dessert, making then taking the time to stare at other people and feel human, yes. Definitely. Beautiful performance also. Stunningly beautiful. Oh yeah, just saw this brown bag with shit in it. And then food, huh? I mean, I leave at least healthy, but still it's trash, it's at least where it comes from, the street, handouts, or throwaways, you know what I mean. Yeah, the bare minimum. It's the most likely precondition to even survive currently. And I'm talking about the naked survival. Anyway, a good thing here is they can't kick me out, not yet. The city can't size the building currently. Oh, the technician just told me he looked for light or so in the house. I mean, in the dream again, a scene, a recurring scene, a feedback, a go back into when the shit had to be fixed up. I kind of made it through the electrical, I got permission, I made it through the construction, I got permission, I made it through. I cured the house nearly, it's called. Not that the all finds yet. The new trials in October, man. Another hearing, 20th of October. What the fuck? to sit. Now we have soon somebody who pays for. No, I have to pay for. I have to pay for one more fine and then the rest of the plumber, and then we can pull a plumbing permit. We pulled one. We getting now a permit for plumbing. Then I was told, fix everything the way it is on the plan. Then comes the inspection, and then everything should be okay, and we now can pull permits. In fact, we are having a permit. We definitely are legal here after all these years of illegality. I nearly fell down when I wanted to sit kind of on some New York, make New York, simple fixture construction where you put trash. So the trash bins kind of protected underneath, like sit on it a little bit. Yeah, every house has their own combinations of constructions and improvisations and whatever stupid or smart solutions to protect their own trash cans so they don't fly through the neighborhood. Yeah, happened. Not currently, but no revolt currently. Last year we had a lot of that, but it was not directed against me, against others. What's this shit? It's still recording. Wow, nearly an hour. Wake up now and deal with other matters, my God. You fall asleep and you get the nightmares followed into the dream. You wake up, you deal with nightmares that are now, then you go back and you regret, meaning there was a moment where you had to make a choice and then you make mistakes. You wonder what if, and why you wonder what if. You're in the present, obviously, now, in my case, definitely mid-June already, and the birds are beautiful. Now, then you turn around, look ahead, enjoy the birds, or enjoy Eurydice, the myth of looking back, mainly love and death and what is that myth for? It's also so dumb, totally damned stupid. This looking back shit, or even love. And what's even more annoying is when people use you in matters of love for their own security, dreams, or paranoias. And the most disgusting is when children are involved and really a lot of money is involved, and livelihood is involved, and crucial decisions. And then the state in those affairs, no, thank you. But, it's not in my case, not officially in my affair with the mother of the children, but, it's so omnipresent, I would say, on every level, because have been separated for so long, physically not even see for even 1 hour, for even what the fuck, Then those ideologies, and one day all the shit was falling down like a fish, like, wow, falls down, get a job. Yeah, but her job is so funny because, and then she wants to go back to school. Yeah, fantastic. Good luck. And for sure she gets the help. So she still can do the suicide line, but there's a lot of time people have to catch up on shit, or to go ahead with shit. I think I should stop now. An hour and nobody wants to see this shit. Okay, another film by Rainer Ganala. It's called another awakening film, about pulling that one up again, trying to make it in New York as an artist. It's just stamped impossible. Even independents, even people trying to. I'm currently paying for everybody, it seems. And the city can't help me because of regulations and shit. Hence fighting with everybody, like technically fighting. In fact, yeah, it is. But not harassing anybody. You can't harass anybody. That's not a good idea. You lose it all. So you have to ignore it. Just stay calm and see what happens. Really be relaxed. Maybe I should now go, as long as my other card functions, try it out, the lawsuit against the city, the malpractitioner. Maybe I should do that.